Um, you know, Tekken 7 recently had allow you to rewatch your replays and actually learn tips from them. And all of this will happen while you... Oh, there's my boy Pingway. All this will happen while you're fighting. So, because this is kind of like cheating for me, because, you know, some of you guys were there when I tried to stream my gameplays live, and you all know what a freaking terrible disaster that was. Let's just say that. It was a terrible freaking disaster. It just simply did not work, and it was an epic fail. So the only way I can do this is to watch the replays. That's gonna be the only way I can actually stream. So it's almost like I'm like cheating in a sense, but not really. And we're gonna get into it. I had my sets against... See, the thing is, I don't play Tekken competitively, nor do I play it at the like high level or anything like that. I play it at a intermediate level, you know, very, very low level. I'm a scrub, some people would say. I don't know, I don't know really how to define myself. If somebody's like, oh hey, how do you play with Tekken? I would have to say, I don't know, I play pretty decently. So anyway, here are the matches, and as you can see, what'll happen is it'll store up to 30 matches, and what'll happen is once you go past 30 matches, it'll be overwritten. So if you don't want that to happen, you have to favorite your gameplays, or you favorite your matches by, you know, pressing a button. And I favorited all the matches. We had 7 sets, or 7 matches or whatever, and yeah, I decided to save him. Now this guy that I fought, his name was Slick Sinister, as you can see there, and he's a pretty high rank with this Leroy. I mean, some people would say, whatever, I don't give a fuck, he's purple rank, alright? But he's actually TGP. He's actually reached Tekken God Prime with Marduk and Steve. So he's actually a pretty decent player. I mean, he knows the game well enough, right? So he's, especially against someone like me, who again could be a scrub or whatever. So as you can see, you know, we're gonna go through all of these. Okay, so this is gonna be a little lengthy of a stream or whatever, but I really wanted to get these out. Like, I really thought this was cool. And I do have my gripes with this game mode. As you'll know, we're about to go into this. And I have my gripes with it. The gripes that I have with this game mode in particular is that it's almost like you're playing the match, but you're not really playing the match, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they have to go through these load screens, right? You see this? They're going through these load screens. You know, you actually have to go through character intros and all that. It doesn't just cut straight to the match, which is kind of I wish it would do that. It's almost like the exact same as if you freaking played it, as if I'm playing this match live. You know, that's what it's like. So as you can see, you already know so this is a little bit cheating because you already know the outcome of this match. You actually know the outcome of all 7 of them, but what you don't know is the strategy. Fight. You know, just real quick, I'm gonna pause right there because a lot of people, I used to stream Tekken earlier, like maybe 2 years ago or so. My internet was better back then. Right now, due to my living situation, I mean, I'm not homeless or anything, but I'm living I'm living in an apartment or whatever. I don't get the best internet here. And I don't get the best internet. There's really nothing else to say. So I can't really stream my matches live. So I can only do it this way. So for a lot of people, this is the first time they've seen that I've reached Siru, however the hell you say it, the 22nd Dawn. when before I was like struggling in freaking green ranks. So for me, this is a bit of progress, and I'm just continuing to try to progress. As I say that, as I get hit by, I do that little, you know, scrub-like thing strategy with the, trying to do the back reverse snake edge. See, and they'll tell you that. They'll actually pause the video and tell you the recommended punishment techniques, almost, you know, like training mode. And it's like, oh, thanks for telling me that, because I didn't know that was punishable, because I don't have Leroy as DLC. Yeah.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Yeah. See there, you know, trying to bait something out, trying to do something, trying to open them up. Wasn't successful at all with it. So I'm just trying to go through what I think is safe or good or whatever. As you can see, I'm failing miserably at this. Somewhat start off with a wild ass fucking hop kick, thinking that was gonna, you know, do something. You know, it did not. He did not fall for that shit. He didn't fall for that shit at all whatsoever. Get him with the shoulder there. You know, I'd say. Counter hit, getting counter hitted the whole fucking time because I don't have patience. Yeah, I thought, see that? Yeah, he's got patience. This guy has patience. These little rush down type strategies, they're not gonna work with him. So that's what I was figuring out. And I made adjustments. I just didn't make adjustments fast enough. I just didn't make the adjustments quick enough at that time. You know, because even this one, we'll see. We'll see how I adjust it, because I don't really remember these too much. These happened earlier in the day. It's like I said, this is going to be the only way I can bring you guys any type of Tekken for now. You know, until I get my internet. And I'm actually thinking this way is a little bit better, because you can like slow things. You can stop, you know, and go through it. It's like, it's better to review it than to do it live, you know. I don't know. That's how I feel right now, anyway.
Round 1.
See, the only reason it skipped that is because we skipped it. If you don't skip those intros during the actual match, you won't be able to skip them even in replay. So it's like you gotta watch that, which is pointless, you know? Got him with that. That's my favorite move with Fingway. The shifting clouds, or the forward 3+4 at the same time. I think that's the right input. I don't know. See, that's why I'm a scrub. I have to figure out the Tekken notation. Because I'm not too familiar with it. Trying to open them up, trying to, you know, it's just too fast for me anyway at that point. And that was the only round I won right there, was because I was making adjustments. I was making adjustments as I was doing this. I'm figuring them out. See, they're constantly telling you that, like, hey man, why didn't you punish that shit? You definitely could have punished that right there. You fucking noob. See, just trying to keep it compact, short play. Not trying to do anything too crazy, not trying to overextend and get launch punished or anything like that. And as you can see, it's working somewhat. It's actually putting somewhat of a damper on him. He's not able to be as aggressive as he wants to be. As you can tell, there's moments he's trying to go in, you know, and he's also trying to bait me. See, that was accidental. Oh wait, see, and that's another thing, right? So when you wait, hold on. See, is all that notation is on the screen? Round 4. If you get a KO, if it says round 1 or 2 or whatever, you cannot pause, skip, or do any inputs at that moment. So if somebody did something really crazy at the knockout, like to get that KO, you can't pause at that moment. Be like, wait, what was that? How did I do? But anyway, that up 2 was a complete missed input. Was not trying to do that shit at all, and it fucked me over. And possibly that's what cost me the round, was just that accidental input. But either way, it didn't matter because I still lost this one. But yeah, that was another thing I didn't like about this, is that, like I said, if somebody does something really crazy at the end of the fight, you know, that's typical, you know, slow motion camera, you have to, like, you can't pause it after it says KO. Like, you have to go to the next round. And if you want to rewatch that part, like, you can't rewind and say, okay, well, you can't do that, so can you rewind it? No, because they break each of these matches up by round. So because that was the first round, you have to rewatch the first round, go through all the footage of the first round just for that last 1 second. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to try and pause before you get the KO, because once you get that KO, you can't pause or rewind or anything. So you see what I'm saying? Like, if somebody did something really crazy at the end of the match, you got to basically watch the whole match just to see it a couple times. You can't pause. I think the reason why I popped, like, here, I was like, I don't know if I was upset from that stupid missed input or what, or I don't know, but you know, it was that counter hit that definitely fucked me up, because he saw that opportunity. Yep. And I don't know if that was the proper punish or whatever, but next round is when or not round, but the next match is when I bring it back. You notice his cuticles are the exact same color as his skin on Leroy's hand there? A little bit creepy. Alright, we're gonna go to the battle log here. Gotta keep an eye on my time here, because I wanted to do this really quickly, because I was really, like, excited about this shit. I think Forgotten Realm is actually one of the worst stages to rewatch your gameplays on, because there wasn't a lot of ground break in the first and second matches. But, like, if a ground breaks and you want to reverse, like, you want to rewind to go back to see how that ground broke, like, you cannot, the game has to reload and re-render the entire freaking, they have to reload and re-render the entire level, so it'll be like a load screen just like this. You see how it's like it's rendering it. I don't know really what's going on, but it's like it has to reload, and you're gonna see. You're gonna see.
Round 1. Fight.
You're gonna see what I mean. Pretty soon. But anyway, gonna go into this one. This time I was determined to change it up, not repeat the same dumb shit. See, look, I'm gonna just do it right there. See what I mean? So I want to rewind. This is the first time I rewind the whole time, but you see, it's gotta reload that floor that just broke. Because watch after they do that, and I'll rewind. It'll almost be instantaneous. Very little lag in between, but like, I just rewinded again and see how fast it was, but because there was a floor break, it's like it had to reload that floor, like re-render the whole level, basically. You know? So that's why Forgotten Realm might be a little bit of one of the more frustrating stages to rewatch your gameplays at. But see, I never punished this properly because I never knew. Because I don't have Leroy, I don't have any of the DLC, so it's not like I can lab with him, so I never ever punished that properly. During the entire 7 battles. Instead, I relied on backswing
KO. Round 2. Fight.
So as you can see, still trying to keep that compact gameplay going there. Really not doing anything too crazy. Because I know, because I fought Leroy's before, obviously. It's just I wasn't able to stream it because of my internet. So this is the first time fighting Leroy after the update where I can watch replays. And I thought, oh, I could stream this instead. But I know that he has all those crazy parries and stuff, so I'm not trying to do too much that he can just parry or whatever, you know. He's got a lot of crazy tools, and I don't fully understand him, so I'm just remaining cautious the whole time. And so far, it's working. Right there, that sucks whenever you break the floor with Feng Wei and the back is facing the opponent. There's not much you can do. Reverse tremor stops an option, but there's just not too much you can do. Depending on, you know, the level of the player. Yeah, see, I wanted to go back. I can't because of KO, but that was a great. I really thought he was going to have me, so I had to go for something crazy. So I went for that side step. What is that? 3, I guess that is. But you see what I'm saying? So like, you want to see that last, let's do it again. I'm just going to show you, like, you want to see that last, oh wait, what did he do for that last little key KO in that last round? I also think I know round browned him in this, which was crazy. It was not expected that I do this. I mean, obviously this guy is still learning this character, relatively new. He's not a pro. But I mean, he is Tekken God Prime, though. That's always impressive, no matter what. But see, I can't do anything until after it says fight. So if you want to go to the 3rd round, you can skip through all this, click on round 3, and rewatch it that way. Which is great. Really handy tool there. I'm just gonna fast forward through this because we got a lot to go through, so. Yep, and then it's but yeah, once that's how I wanted to show you guys that, to show that you cannot pause at that. You know, I know I said it, but showing you is different. You guys going, oh, you're probably not hitting it fast enough. Anyway, so I go on to beat him for 2 more rounds in a row. And what happened was, why we ended up stopping was because I got disconnected. Some stupid error came up, and I got disconnected. And so we had to stop, but I already like messaged him. I'm planning on fighting him again, because I don't know. I mean, obviously to learn better, you gotta fight people better than you. You know, you gotta lose a lot, you gotta cry a lot. You have to, you know, learn. You gotta train like Feng Wei, dipping your hands in the hot coals and, you know, all that shit.
Round 1.
I think we're both eager at this point. Because you notice there are points where, especially after this one, he starts like taking longer to respond. See, now this combo is a very simple one, obviously, but it's a timing thing, you know, and you have to get that timing right to know when to hit that shoulder, because you'll whiff, you know, and I whiffed that a few times. See, I got him that time. He gets me out of the combo, gets me up off the ground with that, and closes it out with that one mistake, right? It's just crazy. The capitalization that we can get with Leroy. It's a full conversion off of that. Try to switch it up with the headbutt. It works. But it ain't, you know, with a Leroy, it ain't over yet, so it ain't over till it's over.
Round
You
3.
know?
Fight.
Definitely could have did the full thing. Wasn't expecting that to land, of course, right? So that's why I didn't do the full, like, launch combo with this, what is it, forward. Look at that shit. Look at all that fucking damage.
KO.
See, I stuttered right there because I was so fucking taken aback. But somehow, I bring it back to win 2 full rounds in a row, which is, that's the hardest thing to do, right? So you can't lose one more and that's it, you know? I managed to take it to a final round against with the slick strategies of doing that. I mean, I know that was cheap, but I don't know, you gotta do something to try to break it up.
KO. Final round. Fight.
Just, I know I'm looking back at this, it's like obviously I didn't react to the fucking lows a lot at all. It's like, wait, oh yeah, this is when I get them with, see, for this, hold on, for this, I don't recommend this strategy for anybody that uses swing wave. They're probably like, oh my god. You can only get away with this in high pressure situations, and you know it's a fucking risk. It's obviously a risk. You know that's one of his most punishable, recognizable strings. Is that you know while neutral 4+3 4. You know. That's one of his most recognized strengths. Everybody who fucking ever fought a Fingway, they all know that. That one, in addition to the, what is it, 3-3 plus, what is it, 3-3, and then 3+4, when he does the 2 kicks and then becomes back turned with the last kick. Anyway, those are like his recognizable strengths. That was a huge risk, worked out. Probably because I didn't spam it the whole time, you know? Obviously can't spam it. So we're gonna go ahead, you know, we're nearing the end of this. And I don't know, if I have more cool ones like this, I'll do it. I'm probably not gonna do it for everything, but it's just, I really wanted to do this, so that people can see the updated Fang, you know, like how I am now compared to who I was a year or 2 ago or whatever it was. And yeah, I still am a Fang main. I still like the character a lot. I'm learning other characters though. Currently, I'm really trying to learn Master Raven. I'm just not good enough with her yet to do anything, you know. Not good enough with her yet at all. But you know, maybe I will be. I don't know.
Fight.
You know what's been funny? What if Leroy was actually using Bokajet as that training dummy, like as the Wing Chun dummy? That'd be like interesting, you know. If they would have put that attention to detail, like they put the same tattoo or something like that that's on Bokajet. Just as a little bit of a, I guess, Easter egg.
KO.
He started to change it up at this point as well, using that homing hop kick or whatever it is. He started to change that up a bit. Started playing differently because at this point he was taking long to respond between rematches because it was clear that he's thinking like, okay, what the hell can I do with this guy? What am I missing? What am I not? Because we're both adjusting to each other, you know, to the gameplay. You know, he's downloading me, figuring it out.
KO.
That was another one of my hop strategies to just get the fuck out of there. Because I didn't really know what he was going to try and do. I thought he was going to try and do something at the wall or whatever. Wasn't expecting that to end the round, but I'm glad it did, obviously.
Fight.
Sometimes, you know, they get to the wall, you just do like, oh, what can I do? What can I do? Cloud hands totally screwed me over right there. And he just continued that pressure, just applied that extreme pressure in that instance, and I crumbled. I mean, I was like, what the frick do I do? What do I do with this? What do I... Trying to figure it out, racking my brain. I wasn't able to figure anything out in time that would be viable at that match, but I'll come back to close it out here. Out right there, I'm like, I really thought he was going to hit that wall, right? And usually I never ever miss that part, that little last part of that combo right there. But I'm thinking because of that weird diagonal angle, that's why. But I'm just like thinking in my head, where the hell is the wall? I swore he was going to hit it, but he didn't. So it just was able to punish me after doing that full string. And that's how, you know, right here we're just trying to get in there. Here, this is crazy, this part right here. I wasn't expecting it. That was the toughest, this was the best one right here for me. The best round right here. It was hardest earned. Hardest earned right there. As you can see, he was zeroing in on me. He was gonna fucking finish that shit, but I was able to get it right there. And it was ultimately the beginning of the end for me, because after that one, he finished it. He then finished it 0-3. As you can see, I got no round the second time. Completely no round brown. And whooped my ass ultimately. Just totally whooped my ass. And I'm just like, dude, what? But then I go on to win it again. I bring it back, or I started to anyway, but again, that's where I got disconnected, so. That's where I got disconnected at. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, in between these rounds, it gets a little frustrating that you gotta sit through all this. I mean, these are all replays. These are not live, but you gotta sit through all this as if you're replaying that match. You know what I'm saying? You know? So this is where he brings it back. He's like, he's adapted, he's found me out, he's adjusted, he's making... Because the thing is, this guy, he's quicker at adjustments than me. You know, he was way quicker than me. Of course, also, it's his own play style, right? See, that was an accidental jump right there. I did not mean to jump right there. Totally accidental. But I had to do something, so I did that. Because that was not what I was trying to do. I think maybe I was trying to do that up forward too, but it came out like that. He wins out with that low sweep. That was the beginning of the end right there for me. But yeah, so in addition to this player, you know, he's a TGP with Marduk and Steve. So he obviously, you know, he's good at the game. He knows the mechanics. He knows them better than me. In addition to using Leroy, this guy was just able to adjust much faster than me. And he started to download me. He started to learn my style and make real-time adjustments. And I was just a little too slow with that, with trying to do the same thing. But I think, you know, overall, I think, in my opinion, I'm particularly happy with my performance. That's all I really got to say. I mean, I was really happy with my performance and everything. See, they tell you this every time you gotta do the shoulder. Because they only do it when you don't, they only recommend it when you don't do it. See, and I just stood there, paralyzed, unable to know what to fucking do.
You're going out with nothing to show for.
As you can see, I'm gonna return. And I bring it back. This was the one I'm more interested in seeing because see, this is when I started to adjust as well. But like I said, I was so pissed when we got freaking disconnected. Because of some freaking Tekken error, man. I don't even know. That's actually what was happening with my last PS4 when I first got it. But with this one, with this new one, it doesn't happen nearly as much. So it doesn't make me think it's the PS4. It just makes me think, okay, this just happens to be the application or something like that. That's all I can really think of. But I don't know.
Round one.
Whoa.
Fight.
I think that was just lucky with me that counter. I'm actually thinking of something different I could have did after, hold on. After this part right there, when I got him, when I relifted him, I'm thinking I could have did 1 + 2, 1. You know, just standing 1 + 2, 1. And I think that would have I would have had a better outcome with that than doing the standing 4 + 3. See, again, they're telling me what I didn't capitalize on. See that, but I tried to do it, it spiked into the ground, got the ground break. It wasn't an optimized combo there, but it's just, I had to do something, and that's all I could get out of it. Because I wasn't expecting it to do that spike. You gotta be quick. Needless to say. Whoop my ass right there at the wall. Trying to switch it up, adjusting. See, that was, I wasn't expecting him to jump. See, that's what I should have did after that first combo. Because I forget that this is a new Season 3 thing where it was so hard to combo off of that. I think it's called Maddening Windmill. Look at that shit. That Maddening Windmill is what it's called. And it's so hard to capitalize on that before. See, obviously I don't do it this time either. See, that was actually a missed input. Not trying to be all up and close and personal with Leroy. Completed it thinking like, oh, I, you know, set the stage to complete it because he only knows that I do the first 1 or 2 hits, but still knew it, still high level, you know. He's not slipping up for shit. I really thought I was blocking at that moment. During the match, I even laughed. I bursted out laughing because I thought I blocked. I'm like, what? Really? Okay. And, you know, I just really thought I was blocking at that point, so I was very surprised when I got hit with that fucking stick. With that damn bow staff. I know it's not a bow staff. Maybe it's a walking bow staff. Again, I didn't do that. I didn't punish any of those that way. I didn't know previous to this, prior to that match. Got that counter, that was so sweet. That was so sweet, you gotta rewatch that counter right there. I know he wasn't expecting that shit, because I wasn't expecting it. But I got it. And ultimately used that to close out the round. But as you can see, sometimes I still struggle with closing it out. And it was just that little shoulder. Or not shoulder, but the side step. Trying to switch it up, change it up. And that's what I was saying. I was making these adjustments, but I wasn't able to do it. Ultimately, that's it, though. That's all the matches with the Leroy. I'll probably, like I said, do this again. There was 7 sets. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, 7 sets. That I had against this character, and it was unfortunately the only time I was ever able to stream it because of this replay shit. But I think I like this. This is a way to stream it with it being high quality and no lag and all that kind of terrible shit that was happening when I was trying to stream just a couple days ago. It was absolutely horrible. And then you get accused of lagging or being a lag switcher and stuff. So you can just stream, you know, and just do it this way. And I think this is really good for me to do it this way. But anyway, I'm gonna go and continue to have a good rest of the day, and I hope you guys do the same as well. And I hope you guys some of you guys at least enjoyed it, found it moderately insightful or whatever. I didn't really know what I was gonna go for with this. It was just, let's just get this out there. I mean, I knew that, yeah, I knew that I wanted to do this. I knew that it was cool, so I don't know. But yeah, I will see you guys some other time, maybe with more.